Matthew crouched behind a blue mist shrub, stalking the dog as it ran around Mr. Parker's backyard. He took primordial pleasure in knowing that it was cornered. The canine growled as he shuffled out of hiding. "Here, Lucky. Good boy, Lucky, Lucky," he said in a sing-song manner, approaching the animal. Baring teeth and barking, the dog tried to dash between its aggressor's legs. Matthew predicted the maneuver, brought his knees together, leaned forward, and scooped up the canine. He deftly placed the whimpering animal on a knee for leverage, gripped its neck and hind legs, and pushed them towards each other until its lumbar vertebrae snapped. He sat on the grass, rested the carcass on his lap, and bit into its soft underbelly, spilling its rank contents onto his freshly pressed shirt and slacks. Jenna called from the kitchen. "Matt, I need you to finish getting dressed." She walked outside, following the mushy sound of blood and organs as Matthew fished through Lucky's entrails. "Abby's recital is at 6 and it's 5:28, she said, approaching her husband from behind. Sensing Jenna, Matthew dropped Lucky's remains, stood slowly, and staggered towards her, snarling. "Come on, honey, it's not even Halloween. We don't have to—" He grabbed her throat, defiling her slender whiteness. She gagged, tears streaming from her bulging eyes as she swooned in and out of consciousness. He felt a burning in his chest, which made him wrap his fingers tighter around her neck. Fearfully, he looked around for the thing that was coming for him, moving his head only slightly to prevent his hands from involuntarily losing their hold. He blinked, shook his head, trying to stifle the feeling swelling inside him. He gulped the scorching hurt that had gathered in his throat with a taste of hatred for his wife. Jenna regained consciousness, drew in a long breath, frightening him. Steadying himself, he whispered, "AB-32, kill. CD-54, kill. EF76, kill." A puzzled Jenna squinted her eyes at the hulking figure, then screamed, jolting him out of a restless sleep. After 2 days on the EF76 pill, Matthew had begun adding a pinch of salt to his Hootie Hoot Choco Nut cereal. He then added a teaspoon, then a tablespoon, until by the 6th day, he ate it with salt instead of milk. During the 2nd week, he had begun having protein cravings. While Jenna and Abby slept, he had snuck into the kitchen to eat raw chicken. In his 3rd week, he had a reoccurring nightmare about killing Lucky and Jenna. In the 4th week, he had constantly blacked out, losing track of more time with each episode. Matthew licked the fright-induced sweat from his victim's temple, then bit a quarter-sized piece of flesh from her right cheek, as she flayed wildly under him. He chewed skin and tissue into a succulent bolus, then slurped blood to help him down marrow that had become lodged in his throat. Jenna pushed him. He careened into the kitchen cart, sending dishes crashing to the wooden floor. The noise triggered a synapse. He recognized Jenna's convulsing body. "Baby?" he whispered, shuffling forward on his knees, resting her head on his lap.
"Mom?"
Abby said, walking into the kitchen. It's not what it looks like. Someone broke in. We need to call the medical center," he said, convincing himself even as he tried to persuade Abby.